Startups solve real problems. Now, it's time to deep dive into the case studies. For the next hour on this stage, Monika, Paule, CEO at Kazim, Žygintas Šitkauskas, Product Development Manager at Agmis, Vytenis Pakėnas, CEO at IsLucid, and Edmundas Balčikonis, founder at Eddy Travels, are ready to open the doors to their businesses and explain a bit more about their industries and share strong experience how to empower AI and make most of it. Get ready to be inspired by the success stories. Let's start from our first case. From Monika Paule, CEO at Kazim. Monika is an experienced tech entrepreneur, innovator, high-tech company founder, professional board member, and C-level executive. She is a chief executive officer experienced in life sciences, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, IT, and edtech industries. Monika is also an engaging speaker, moderator, and lecturer, as well as associated professor in innovation, entrepreneurship, and marketing. Monika, welcome on stage. Monika, it's an honor to have you here today.
Hello, Andres. It's always good to see you.
Likewise. I see that you did some design works behind you, right?
Oh, no, it's my usual office. I just love plants, so that's how I work.
Amazing. I said so many good things about you by presenting you, and we have only 10 minutes for your presentation, so I don't want to waste a single second. So the virtual floor is now yours.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so hello to everybody. I was already introduced, so I will not spend much time on that. And today, my presentation will be about AI in biotech and also how we as Kazim apply it. So to start with, I had a slide about myself, but Andres already said everything. So I will start about short introduction on Kazim. So people from the biotech sector are quite familiar with us, but for the rest of the listeners, so we are a gene editing company based in Vilnius, Lithuania, and we develop CRISPR-Cas technology, which some of you might know as a DNA scissors. So we are a really deep tech life sciences company, and we develop specific molecular tools that companies from various industries, from pharma to human therapeutics, diagnostics, agriculture, industrial biotech, apply for their product development. So you might have a question, okay, so how is this company and this lady related to artificial intelligence? So actually, as our CRISPR-Cas is applied in all kinds of industries, so the same AI is applied in all of these industries to enhance the development of biotech products. So what do I mean by that is that in each stage of AI principles, we can find an application for life sciences biotech field. And it actually covers medical sector, agricultural biotech, animal biotechnology, industrial biotechnology, and of course, bioinformatics. So now I want to go a little bit deeper to show you how widely is already it is applied and what is the real potential for that. So I will start from the medical pharmaceutical field because, you know, it's the most to some extent seems the most important for us in this pandemic. You know, our health and well-being and development of new drugs and treatment methods. So in medical biotechnology, we can apply AI in, well, gene editing as we work in, also in drug discovery. We know a lot of great startups in medical imaging, in management of clinical trials, on medical data, even on working with data on your personalized treatment, and of course, disease detection and diagnostics. And if we look at the process, we see that there are so many areas to apply artificial intelligence, and it is already applied. So I will not go very much into detail, but you see that the potential is unlimited. And it is already very much helping, to develop solutions for our society health in each of these drug, let's say, development processes. So if we move on further, in medical biotechnology, you see the areas that we can apply AI. So, of course, for us as Kazime, we mostly focus on gene editing, also disease detection and personalized medicine, but also we know other very well-known startups in Lithuania which apply AI in radiology, detection of pathological aspects of our health, and of course, electronic health records. If we move to another area, which we as Kazime are also working with, is agricultural biotech. So everything that is related to our agriculture, the soil, the fertility and breeding, and predicting the best, let's say, soil composition and things like that. Also the plant field, to the plant treatment and specific development of agro products and harvesting, managing all the process based on the data we already have. So is an amazing vast possibility to apply AI. If we look even further to animal biotechnology, so here we have the selective breeding from the very molecular level, but also working with large data sets of genomic data and so on and so forth. Because obviously in biotech, whatever area we look at, we have an enormous amount of data from molecular level to the human level, and we can find the ways how to work with this data in a very novel approach. So even here in the industrial biotech, in general, the industry is using AI to design specific molecules and formulas for different chemicals and so on and so forth. When we move to bioinformatics, which is a very developing field, and a lot of help and assistance in the biotech we get from the bioinformatics, because it actually changes the previously lab-based processes to IT-based processes, to AI-based processes. Here, AI is applied, first of all, at the gene level for gene sequencing, finding specific genes and helping to pre-select them for specific treatment methods, and also on analyzing all the data that is generated through the treatment processes and from all kinds of experiments that are made in the different laboratories, hospitals, and so on. And because we have a lot of data based on specific diseases, based on specific applications, to test everything in the lab is just impossible. That's why AI algorithms are applied in predicting certain solutions that later can be tested already in the laboratories and further on. So as you see, the applications also is very wide, and I would say we are still at the very beginning of AI applications. So we at Kazime, we do also to some extent apply artificial intelligence, mainly for designing of our experiments and working with data, because most of the data analysis platforms and solutions do have some aspects of artificial intelligence and is having more and more of that. But also other companies are very much emerging in the field, which mainly focus only on AI application in the life sciences in general. So as you probably learned from my presentation, that artificial intelligence as such actually enables us to have way broader possibilities for new drugs development, for new diagnostics methods and applications, for new plant-based products, animal products, also plants and animals health, and all kinds of industrial applications. So if any of you are at least to some extent experts in AI, and you are interested in the life sciences field, in helping the society from the from the health perspective, from our environmental perspective. So actually, this is the area where you should think of applying your competences, establishing new companies, because this industry, this application of AI, I would say, is still at the very beginning, although already making a huge impact to the life sciences and biotech industry in general. So that would be all. Thank you for listening to my short presentation.
Thank you so much, Monika, for such an inspiring and interesting presentation. And I do believe if we speak about the biotech industry, it should hurt you to have only 10 minutes to speak about it. Am I correct?
I would say 10 minutes is enough to deliver the main message that application is already happening and will have huge potential. So I would say that those who are really interested in applying AI in biotech in much more details always can reach out to me and learn way more about this area.
Absolutely. Amazing. And yes, we will have a panel discussion where we will be discussing more about how to create an AI-based solutions. But I can't stop myself from asking, since you're an expert in biotechnologies, you are doing something to the genes. I'm joking. You're cutting the genes, right, in order to solve very big health issues. And nowadays, we're living in a pandemic world where people are afraid of vaccines because they can change the DNA. Is this even possible? Can you make a short expert explanation?
Well, our DNA is changing. We want that or not. I would say that to think that vaccines are doing something specific for your DNA and that you are not aware what is happening, it's not what a single person should think about. The single person should trust the science, because science is orientated to bring good things to each of us, to develop novel things that will make our life way better. And our life is as it is because all these new technologies and all these DNA editing techniques exist. And it's actually a funny thing that you ask this question, because I actually got my third vaccine today. So I'm like newly jabbed, and I'm really excited about it and happy about it. And I think that everybody should be just excited and happy that we live in the times when we have this opportunity. And we have this opportunity because a lot of IT technologies were applied in the development of these vaccines. That's why we could make them so fast.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your answer. And Monika, stay tuned for the panel discussion. We have more questions to come.